We are live, and I am excited. I'm excited because we have some new members in the group. Lindsay, how you doing? Lindsay P. She was in the group coaching call last night. We have Lindsay, the other Lindsay, Lindsay R. Lindsay Reese from Southern Utah Cleaning Company here. Good to see you, Lindsay. Make sure you all like, follow, subscribe, all the good things. And we have our number one super fan. And I have a funny story to tell you. My mom, Annette, is here. Annette, thanks for checking in. Eddie's here. Eddie, good to see you. Somebody was listening to the show yesterday, and I mentioned my mom, and he wrote me an email because he wanted to get my 6 steps on how to get your Google business profile approved before you submit it for approval. And he, at the end of his message to me, he wrote, tell your mom I said hi. I thought it was really funny. So anyway, Mom, now you are becoming YouTube famous, and you are getting call outs yourself, shout outs. So anyway, yeah, I just want to make sure I always remember to give credit where credit is due. And because I'm able to be disciplined and I'm able to continuously persist and continuously pursue my dreams, I'm slowly able to start achieving them. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because my mom sort of instilled that in me when I was very young. And although I've tried before and failed, I never once thought about not trying again. So it's a good thing I did. Thanks, Mom. Love you. And let's get into it. Today we have a really good show. Today's show is about, you know what? I have some sort of mistake here. It's in my notes, but it's free leads for your cleaning business. And I'm specifically going to address local search engine optimization that makes your phone ring daily. My phone at Happy Home Helpers, my cleaning service, it rings off the hook. Like literally, if during our live group coaching call last night, I wanted to take a live call, a lead, so I could show people how I do it on the phone and demonstrate. And I had to wait all of 3 minutes for the phone to ring again from somebody who was calling because they needed a book cleaning service. And so I figured my best gift to you is to explain exactly how I got my business that way and how I revved up the marketing so much that it rings off the hook all day. And I have a really cute picture. Let me see if I can find it that I took the other day. I was on, I'll share it with you guys. I was on Huddle, Slack. The app Slack has this option where you can put everybody into what they call a huddle. It's basically a Zoom call for your internal employees and staff. And that's how I meet with the cleaners sometimes when I need to address them. And we had this huddle yesterday, and we've grown now. We have 8 people on the administrative team, which is crazy. And I've got about 50 people in my company now. So I took a screenshot because it just keeps multiplying, and it's a cool thing. So we're going to talk about we're going to talk about all that today. I'm going to reveal exactly how I got to the point in a relatively short period of time where people are calling all day long to book service. For those of you that are new and don't know me, now you know my mom, but I'm John Margulies. I'm the founder of Happy Home Helpers, a 7-figure remote cleaning business, the one I'm just talking about now. Last year, we did over $1.5 million in 2025, and this year in 2026 will be well over $2 million. And it's only the 4th year in business. So like I said, relatively fast. I'm also the creator of Rags to Riches University, where I teach aspiring entrepreneurs and cleaning business owners, people that are already operating, how to grow their cleaning business. And I teach people that aspire to be cleaning business owners or that have just started how to start their cleaning business. And I bring a very unique approach because previously I was the head of sales. I was brought in for this very special role. I was at the right place at the right time. And I was head of sales for a tech startup on Wall Street for years. And by the time they had brought me in, they had proof of concept, but I was really the catalyst for explosive growth that propelled the company to a 9-figure exit. And that's where I built and fine-tuned very high-performing sales teams and what I like to call customer acquisition systems. The reason why my phone rings all day long is because I have a system and it works, and it works like clockwork every day. It just works and works and works. Hi, Mame. Mame's in the group too. I see Brooklyn, the mompreneur. I don't, maybe that's your handle, but I don't think you're in the group yet, but I would love to have you in the group. Welcome back, Brooklyn. And so that's where I really bring a unique approach to house cleaning and just the cleaning industry in general. And because of that, I'm able to replicate my success with others too. And that's really what I'm here to share with you all these days. Every day I show up Monday through Friday at noon at this time, and I go live. And because of the success that I've been able to experience, I've been featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, Yahoo Finance, and most recently at the end of 2025, my cleaning business was named the best cleaning service in Las Vegas by City Council. And I was really proud of that. Before I go into today's topic and my normal intro, I want to make sure that I do a proof check. Now, I show my daily revenue. I do this not to flex. I do it to just prove that I am who I say I am. I do what I say I'm going to do. And if I'm asking people to trust me to help them build their companies and go on this entrepreneurial journey with them, then I think that it's only fair that I show the proof. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to share my screen. For those of you that don't know, I use Jobber exclusively. I think Jobber is by far the best CRM tool for home service businesses. I really do. And most recently, I become a brand partner, and I'm very excited about that because I'll be making specific content for them representing the brand. And before any of that even ever happened, I was a keynote speaker at the Jobber Summit. I opened up for Gary Vee and Cody Sanchez, also in honor. Those are two huge names in the content, social media, business world. But Jobber has been very good to me. They also check in periodically to ask me what cleaning business owners need in their product. So they connect me with their product development team and their engineer team, and I help them develop their roadmap. It's just incredible how intuitive and how in tune they are because they're asking the right questions. All right. So I'm going to log in. This is the screen here on Google. I'm going to click login. This is the normal login screen. There's no AI or anything fake here. This is just me logging into my account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, see, it says, good afternoon, John, Thursday, March 26th. I'm going to check on the revenue from yesterday first. So anyway, we're going to scroll down to reports. I'll zoom out. And the simplest report on Jobber to understand is the transaction report. That's the only one I'm focused on and my team is focused on, really, because it shows how much cash is coming in. And this is through credit cards only, which is about 85 to 90%. I really encourage people to pay on Zelle and Venmo because I don't have to pay a processing fee and it comes in instantly. So if you're curious what the last 30 days look like, by default, when I open it up, that's what it starts with. We've got $150,933. That's just the last 30 days. And that's only credit cards. We've done another $15,000 to $20,000 in other forms of payment. So that's what that is. Now, we checked it midday yesterday, but let's just take a quick look. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Jobber interface, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to change this to a custom range. I'm going to do it nice and slow. Yesterday was the 25th. That's the start date for this range in the report. And the end date is the 25th. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday. It was a little bit slow yesterday, but we got $9,626 in one day in credit cards. We did another $1,000 or so in other forms of payment. So almost an $11,000 day. Not bad. And then for today, it's only noon. I come to you live on March 26th at 12:12 p.m. Let's see how we're doing today. And today already at 6,458. If you want similar results, please show up to the show. I'm going to try to share everything I can with you. I don't gatekeep anything. And if you want similar results in your own business beyond just coming to the show, you want me to help you start or grow your business, I do that in two ways. I'm going to stop screen sharing here, and I'll take you back to me. I offer what I call the remote cleaning CEO accelerator program. This is my operating system, my entire training program. What I've learned over the last 4 years, I've packaged it up into a step-by-step training program that I offer, and it works very, very well to replicate a lot of this success. We also have weekly group coaching calls, which we had a really fun one last night. I totally just pull back the curtain. I show everybody everything that's going on. Part of what I showed people last night inspired the episode for today. I'm going to talk about that. And then the second way that you can work with me is what I call the Founder Intensive. This is a 90-day private build program. This is hands-on. You get everything in the remote cleaning CEO accelerator, the pricing models, the hiring systems, the sales scripts, the automation workflows, the marketing structures, the onboarding system for your cleaners, plus the live coaching. You get everything, but with this, you don't just get the information, you get implementation and precision. My team and I go in and surgically build this thing with you. And so if you're serious, you can apply. I can only work with 6 people per quarter because it takes a lot of my time, my personal time. You can email me. Thank you, Taj, for putting it up. john@johnmargalite.com. Soon I'll have a page I'm building. It takes me a long time to build pages because I have so much going on, but I'll have that page up by next week. You can apply online, but for now you have to send me an email. I'll reply with the application. It's about 15 questions. And I just want to make sure you're a good fit. If I'm going to pour my time into it, I want to make sure you're successful. I want you to have amazing results. You can come up here and be a guest and share with everybody. So I put a lot into that. I treat it like it's my own business. And the coolest thing about the build program is that you get to be with my team for a full week. You get to shadow my team, and you get to see how they run Happy Home Helpers. And there's no better learning experience. Nothing can prepare you better than sitting for an entire week and watching exactly everything we do operationally. And then you just go replicate it. You copy it. The people that go through this catch on a lot faster and have a lot better success. Again, email me and I'll respond, or DM me on Instagram. And if you want to be a guest on the show, send me a direct message on Instagram. The moderator, Tosh, he's a really cool guy. He'll send you a link to come on up and be my guest. I see we have another person here. I believe it is Angel Ontivaros, 8620, coming in from Chicago. Hey there, Angel. Thank you very much. It's either Angel or Angelo. I'm not sure. But either way, welcome. And it's good to have you. Now, I always begin the show the same way before I dive into the topic. And it's important that I let people know that I'm here for people who feel stuck in any job or situation that they just can't stand anymore. People that are tired of trading their time for a paycheck, tired of building someone else's dream, and tired of feeling like they don't have real options. I've been exactly where you are. And I even at times liked the job. But when they exited, I got nothing, and I felt like I was a really big part of it, and it made me never want to do that again. So this time I sort of built my way out of having to go through that again, and this time I wanted to build my own dream. So I started a simple house cleaning service, what I call a remote house cleaning service, and now my mission is to help others do the same thing so they can get that same freedom that I get to experience. And it's not just potentially about starting a business. It's also about what the experience of being free does to you. How you become a totally different kind of person with way more confidence, way more clarity, more decisiveness, more capable, and most of all, more resilient. And that way you acquire those things and you can create real financial freedom and real time freedom in your life. Maybe you have those skills and no one's brought them out of you yet to your full potential. And so every day I'm going to share my honest ideas and perspectives and simple frameworks about mindset, sales, marketing, decision-making, and problem solving. The things that you actually need to think and act like somebody who can build their own future. And just as important as the tactics, I want this show to be a daily reminder that transformation is possible. And you're certainly not crazy for wanting more. And the best part is you're not alone in the journey. You're here with all these people. Aaron just logged in. Good to see you, Aaron. You're not alone. We show up here every day, Monday through Friday. And because real transformation starts with a decision, you heard that right. You have to decide. Because of that, we begin every show with the same question. And this question is for you. If you don't change anything, and if you keep doing exactly what you're doing, you and I both know that you will very likely be in the same place 1, 2, or even 5 years from now. You're going to blink your eyes and you're going to open them and you're going to be feeling the same frustration, the same lack of control, and the same resentment toward your job or the people around you and just the situation that you're in. But here's the good news. If you committed to transforming your life, and I'm talking about really committed, 2 feet in, all the chips in, everything, real commitment, not just saying you want it, but actually showing up every day and doing the damn thing, there's a real chance that in 5 years from now or much less, you could be exactly where you want to be. And I always say 5 years because I want to be real with people. Some people do it fast. Some people need to be a little bit patient, and they just need to keep showing up and doing it. So here's the real question I want everyone to really think deeply about. Ask yourself, what hurts more? Continuing to endure a job or situation that you hate or know is a dead end, or enduring the discomfort of pursuing freedom and building something of your own? Because the truth that most people avoid is that the pain of staying the same, it has no upside. It just repeats. But the pain of trying to change, of building and learning, failing and trying again, at least gives you a real chance at a better life. The topic of the show today is free leads for your cleaning business. Local search engine optimization that makes your phone ring daily. I'm going to really try to give you value. If you have a notepad or a laptop, dial in right now. Lean in, dial in, because I'm going to give you the goods. If your cleaning business isn't getting calls every single day, it's not because you're bad at cleaning. It's because Google doesn't trust you yet. I'm going to repeat that again. Google doesn't trust you yet. And in this show, I'm going to show you step by step how to fix that for free so that your phone starts ringing with people that are ready to book. Everybody ready? Most cleaning business owners think they have a marketing problem. They think that they need advertisements, and they do. They think that they need a better website. They do. And a lot of people just think that they need to spend more money. And although those things are very important, it's not the real problem. The real problem is this. You're invisible where buyers are already looking. When someone goes to Google and types in house cleaning service near me, best move out cleaning service in Las Vegas, Airbnb cleaning service in Santa Barbara, they're not browsing. They're buying. And if your business doesn't show up in that moment, you don't exist. So today, I'm going to show you how to use free organic traffic, specifically local SEO, to get consistent, predictable inbound leads. And I'm going to explain this so simply that you'll know exactly what to do the second that this live stream ends. That's my promise to you today. Let's make this really easy. Google is like a popularity contest. Every cleaning business is competing. But instead of votes from people, you get votes from websites. Those votes from other websites are called backlinks. So if Yelp talks about you, that's a vote. If they mention your business, if you have a Yelp profile, that's a vote. A local blog links to you, that's a vote. Another business recommends you, that's a vote. The more good votes you have, the more Google trusts you. The higher you show up in the rankings when people search the results, and the more your phone rings. That's how this works. Now let's break down exactly what to do. I want to get tactical today. There are 4 elements here that we're going to talk about. The first one is the most obvious. It's your Google business profile. This is your number 1 asset. And you may have heard post on your Google business profile, but no one tells you what that actually means. So let me simplify it. Your Google business profile is your storefront on Google. It's the first impression before someone calls. And Google is watching to see if you're active or if you're dead. When you update your Google business profile correctly, you do 3 things. You're showing Google that you're active, showing customers that you're legitimate, and you're giving buyers a reason to call. Keep that in mind. You're giving buyers a reason to call. So let's walk through those things. Here's what you actually want to post. All right? There's 6 things that I post. Example number 1 that I post 2 to 3 times per week. We just completed, this is what I write in my post. We just completed a deep cleaning in Summerlin. That's a local town here in Vegas. The client had a heavy buildup in the kitchen and bathrooms. If your home needs a reset, we offer same-day availability. All right, that's an example of a real post. And why this works is because I'm mentioning the service plus the location plus the outcome. Google connects all 3. I mentioned the service, deep cleaning. I mentioned the location. We just completed a deep cleaning in Summerlin. And I'm mentioning the outcome. That's the formula for posting 2 to 3 times per week to signal to Google that you are a local business that does what you sell, in this case, cleaning. Second one, before and after content. This is the highest converting. There's nothing more dramatic and visual. Dirty kitchen, spotless kitchen. Bathroom transformations are the best. They're the best. Cruddy shower and toilet, sparkling new, like new. Move out cleans are great. This builds instant trust. When people see that you can take something that doesn't look good, that looks dirty, and make it look restored, they trust you. The third one, offer posts. These drive calls in faster. An example, $50 off your first deep cleaning in Las Vegas this week only. Now you're creating urgency. Okay? You got to post something like that once a week. The fourth one. Lindsay says I'm good at bathroom transformations. I bet you are. Here's an example of an educational post. Okay, that's the fourth one. How often should you clean your home in Las Vegas? Most families benefit from cleaning every 2 weeks to stay ahead of all the dust and buildup. You see what I did there? I'm going to read it one more time to you. I'm doing this off of memory. How often should you clean your home in Las Vegas? So again, I'm mentioning cleaning in Las Vegas. Most families benefit from cleaning every 2 weeks to stay ahead of the dust and the buildup. We got a lot of dust storms here. So Google is reading that. When I submit that post, Google is reading it, and its search crawlers and its AI are getting signals that I'm a cleaning service in Las Vegas. I'm talking about this, so I must be a relevant match. Because this matches what people are already Googling. The fifth one is review highlight posts. Take a real review and turn it into content. I like to write something like, another 5-star move out clean in Henderson. They made the place look better than it was when I moved in. That's social proof working for you. So that's the fifth type. The sixth type is behind the scenes team content. Meet Maria. She specializes in deep cleaning kitchens and has been with us for 2 years. If you'd like to request her, let the staff know. Now your business feels real. It feels human. I even do a spotlight on the owners. I show me and my wife, we take a picture together, and I just write title, Meet the Owners. And then I tell people how long I've been in town, why I started the business, how I love to help. Those are your 6 posts. Any questions about that? I'm getting very tactical here, and I'm really giving you information you can go implement right away to impact how many people see your Google business profile when they search, and as a result of that, how many people will call. All right. Here's what most people do wrong. They post randomly with no strategy. They don't mention their location. It's very important to mention the city or the service area that you're in. And they don't get results right away, so they stop doing it after a week. That's why nothing happens. Now, let me play the clip here because this is the perfect time to bring in the clip. We have a special guest on the show today. You guys may or may not have heard of him before. He seems to be really surging right now and gaining popularity at an incredible rate. His name is Alex Hormozi. Let's have him on the show here for a minute. And let's see what Alex says about the volume that's necessary to succeed. Taj, can you play that on 3, please?
I think most people have a dramatic underestimation of how much volume it takes to be successful. They're like, okay, I should go on 5 dates and then find the girl I'm going to marry. What if it was 500 to find the right girl you're going to marry? I want to become an influencer, whatever it is, and they start doing 1 post a day for 4 weeks, and they're like, why am I not famous yet? We ended up doing 400 episodes before we made it to the top 10 on the podcast. It's just this volume game that you get the skill from the volume, the feedback from the volume. First time you squat, you're barely actually squatting. You're just looking like you have a bar on your back. But you learn so much between that first rep and your 10,000th reps. And so I think my goal, if I can just decrease the action threshold for people to begin and be okay with the fact that they're going to suck, and it is okay to suck. You should expect to suck. And it would be unreasonable for you to be good if you haven't done it before. And so it's like, are you asking the universe to be unreasonable for you by expecting to be good on your first try? Well, it's the expectation that destroys their ability to be successful because they expect to win on the first shot, and no one does.
All right. They expect to win on the first shot. No one does. It's Alex's way of eloquently saying that you got to be patient and you got to be consistent and you have to be persistent. Took him 400 episodes to get to where he wanted to go. That's the thing about this entrepreneurial game that we play. We have to go out and do it every day with uncertainty. We don't know. I don't know how many people I'm reaching today, but I know that if I go live, I'm going to reach more people than if I don't. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real. I'm going to share my screen one more time. I'm going to show you something. This is my website here. Okay. Can you all see it? Can somebody give me a confirmation that you can see my website? That would be great. If you can see my website, let me know and I'll continue. Assuming that you can see it. Thank you, Tosh. Lindsay, how about now? I'm sure that you can now. No. Annette Shenley says no. I have a feeling that's user error because, no offense, Mom, but you're going on 80. All right. So, Lindsay, can you see it? Can no. That's weird. Can now. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Okay, so you can see the screen. Let me show you something. When I go to post, I'm going to talk about this next, and this is why I want to show you what it really looks like in practice. When I go to post on the Google Business Profile, I have somebody do it for me now because I've got resources. I can hire help. That's what cash flow does. But when I go in, I used to do it all myself. Don't get this twisted. All right. Don't think I have some special advantage. I used to do it myself. Now I have people that do it. But if you go to my website and you hover over the About tab and you go to the blog, you will notice something. I've got hundreds of blog posts. When I tell you how much time that went into writing, or how many writers I've hired on Upwork to write content for my site. And the reason why I have all these blog posts and I keep doing them is because I want to send a message to Google that I'm the authority in this niche. Anything that somebody types in, excuse me, I want Google to know Happy Home Helpers is the most relevant match with the highest quality information. So I write about it here. I write about it on my Google business profile. And if you do it long enough, when I'm telling you I got blog posts, I got a lot of blog posts, all right? You do it long enough, it starts to tell the search engines that you should rank number 1, number 2, or number 3. That's the name of the game. All right? I'm going to stop sharing. I just want to show you again, this is how you really do it. Alex talks about volume. What if you want to try the dating apps and you go on 5 dates to find your true love? What if it takes 500 dates? You know what's funny about that? What he said? You know why it really resonated with me? I think I went on 500 dates to find my wife. We met on Hinge. We matched when we both lived in New York, but we never actually met up. We just talked a little bit on the app. She happened to move to LA. And during the pandemic, I got out of New York and I went to LA. And lo and behold, we matched again on the app. We started talking and then we actually went out. So if that's not fate, I don't know what is. But when I tell you I was a single guy living in New York for 5 years and went on a 500 dates, it's probably true. So maybe this is just wired in me. I don't know. But look, anybody can do it. Now, the simple Google Business Profile system is this. Pay attention. I see Lindsay here. Reader error because you skipped over. Yeah, exactly. Lindsay has an inside joke because she often says that she can't see something, but it's really just her not looking at the right thing. All right. Here's my simple Google Business Profile system. Tell your audience this. Post 2 to 3 times per week. When I'm saying tell your audience this, and it's my note to myself. Post 2 to 3 times per week. Every post should include service, location, and result. All right? Service, location, and result. That's my system for posting on the Google Business Profile. If you do that consistently, you'll start to win. Now let's go back to the blog. I want to get technical on that. I want to give you the goods on that too. If I went fast, I only go on for about an hour or so. You can watch the replay and you could start and stop it and you can get everything back again. Don't worry. If you haven't liked, subscribed, and followed, please do so now. And give me a follow on TikTok. I'm trying to build up to 1,000. I'm getting there. I'd like to have the Creator Studio feature so I can go live in the evenings, and I'll do this twice a day, and it'd be a lot more fun. Now, when it comes to blog content, like I mentioned, it builds authority. Most people overcomplicate blogging. You don't need to be a writer. You just need to answer questions that your customers are already asking. Let me say that again. If you're wondering, what do I write about on my blog? Think about or go to Google, ask ChatGPT or Claude, what are the most common questions about house cleaning or commercial cleaning or whatever type of cleaning you're doing? What are the most common questions that get queried in Google? Or be more descriptive, more detail. What do customers ask most? I would also type in, what are customers concerned about the most? What are the most common objections that customers make when they're deciding whether or not to choose or buy a cleaning service? And whatever it gives you, those are your topics that you're writing about. You're reverse engineering traffic. If you want those people to come to your site, answer their questions. Then Google will know that you're a match. It'll bring you together. And all of a sudden, people will be on your website considering your business and making a purchase decision. Think of the blog like fishing nets in Google. Each blog targets a specific search and pulls in a specific type of customer. If you want to pull in a deep clean customer, then write about the deep cleaning. But write about what questions they have about it. Let me give you some examples. How much does cleaning normally cost in New York City for a 2-bedroom apartment? You see how I was very specific? People search like that. Or what should it cost? Or whatever. What's the average cost? The second one I could think of is, what is included in a deep clean? What is included in a deep clean or a deep cleaning? This removes confusion and pre-sells your service. The third one, move out cleaning checklist in Omaha. Place your city in. I just used Omaha because I love Omaha. Move out cleaning checklist in Omaha. The fourth one, how often should you clean your home? This leads directly into recurring clients. That's why I like that one. How often should San Diegans clean their homes? And then the fifth one, this is huge. This one's huge. I see you, Lindsay. I see you over there. House cleaning in Summerlin. Cleaning services in Houston, Texas. This is how you dominate locally. You make pages that are about that. You make specific pages that are about that. Let me show you something here. I'm going to show you something else. This is Posh Cleaning. This is a client of mine. She's an incredible entrepreneur. I'm going to show you what I did for her. Let me show you something. Here's what I did. I'm taking you to Google. I just want to show you so you have context and you understand. Here is Posh Cleaning Crew. They have 2 locations. They're in Texas and they're in Pennsylvania. Nicole saw me speak at the Jobber Summit and reached out to me and said, I'm relying on Thumbtack too much. I need your help. I know I need to have Google leads, but I just hadn't been able to crack that code yet. I started working with her a little over a year ago. Maybe it's been more, a year and a half. She's going to break 2 million this year. She's incredible. She's been in business 10 years too, so she's got staying power. Now, her business is called Posh Cleaning Crew. Now, look at my website. Look at Happy Home Helpers. And then look at Posh Cleaning Crew. Look familiar? That's because I built her site. I clone my site for my clients because I know it converts better than anyone else's, but I put their branding on it. I put their messaging on it, but I put my trust and conversion elements in. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you this is because she has location pages. If I stretch this out, it'll make the menu look better. I just had a very small window. But if you go here, service areas. So Texas, she specifically serves Plano, Texas. So here's what I did. I built a page and the title of it is Premier Cleaning Services in Plano, Texas. So I'm showing Google that we're authoritative in this city. That's what you want to do. You want to make specific service pages on your website that call out your cleaning service in that specific city or town. That's how you dominate locally. All right? That's how you dominate locally. All right. Moving on. Number 3, backlink strategy. I talked about backlinks. Backlinks are the trust builders. This is where your business normally falls off. But here's how you actually do it. Local directories. I mentioned Yelp, Better Business Bureau. The Chamber of Commerce is a very, very powerful one. Local partnerships with real estate offices, property managers, carpet cleaners. I had an air duct company reach out and ask if I could put a link to their site and they would put a link to my site. Super valuable. Super valuable. All right. You write a blog for them. They write one for you. You both link it to each other. You got a very powerful marketing strategy. And then community links, sponsor events, partner with schools, donate to charities. These sites link back to you. Google loves that. They love it. I'm wondering, Taj, why did the viewer count just drop off of a cliff there? We had like 15 people viewing, and then it just dropped down to 2. It's very strange. Maybe people don't like this kind of content. I don't know. You tell me. I thought I'm giving you something valuable here. I'll keep going. Number 4, how it all works together. Google Business Profile gets you found. The blog builds trust. The backlinks build authority. When combined, you rank higher, you get more calls, you close more jobs. And here's a bonus one for you. Social media. I don't do social media for my cleaning business. You don't need to do it. You don't have to dance or, have that sort of strategy. You don't need to rely on it, but when used right, it amplifies everything. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, this is the title of his book, jab, 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 right hook. Meaning that you give value, you give value, you give value, then you ask. So, cleaning tips, before and after videos, satisfying content. Then, if you want this done for you, call us. That's the combination that drives awareness, which turns into searches, which turns into inbound phone calls from leads from people that want to book. I know you're here, Aaron. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Emeka Vision, welcome. I see you too. Thanks for joining us today. If you missed the first part of the show, we'll have it on replay for you. You can catch it here on YouTube or whatever platform you're on, it'll get posted to. Or actually, just YouTube for the replays. Now, I always like to ask some thought-provoking questions, so I'm going to run through these quickly. If someone searched cleaning service near me right now, would you show up? How many reviews do you have versus how many reviews your competitors have? These are the questions that you should be thinking about. Well, when was the last time you posted on your Google Business Profile? Or have you ever? Do other websites link to your website? Are you visible online? Are you relying on paid advertising because you haven't built organic traffic? That's a good question. Now, here's an interesting quote of the day. I'm going to change segments. I wanted to run through that. Here's an interesting quote of the day. Taj, if you could put that up. Go ahead and put up the picture and the quote. Bill Gates said, oh, you had it up, Taj. Bill Gates once said, famously, content is king. I had dinner with Bill one time. That's me and him. We went to the same dinner party. And I actually had lunch with him the next day at the golf course, too. I was very lucky to be there. I got invited. And we talked for a while, and he was very cold and not fun to talk to. But I asked him what he meant about content is king, and here's what he told me. Most people think that means to post more stuff, but that's not what he meant. What Bill Gates meant, and what he was really trying to say, is that businesses that win are the ones that control attention and build trust before the transaction ever happens. Because think about it. Before someone calls you, before they book, before they trust you with their home, they go through a decision process. And content that you make is what shapes that process. 3 elements of the content shape that process. The first one, it answers questions before the customer has to ask them. When someone reads, How much does house cleaning cost? What's included in a deep clean? You already handled their objections. So when they call, they're not skeptical, they're ready. Number 2, it builds trust at scale. You're not explaining your service one person at a time. Your content is doing it for you 24 hours a day to hundreds or even thousands of people, like at Happy Home Helpers. That's leverage. And number 3, it positions you as the obvious choice. Your Google posts, your blogs, your reviews, your content everywhere. They don't keep searching after they see all that stuff. They choose you. The real meaning, content is king because it sounds good, is not the real meaning. Content is king because it turns strangers into buyers before you ever speak to them. I'm going to say that again. What Bill Gates really meant, and I heard it directly from him, is that it turns strangers into buyers before you ever speak to them. And love him or hate him, I know he's a controversial guy. I don't really care for him too much, to be honest with you, but obviously he's sold more software than anybody in the history of the world. I think he's worth talking to and getting his opinion. So if your phone isn't ringing, it's not just a traffic problem, it's a trust problem. And content is how you fix that. That's why I'm doing a whole show on it. If your content answers every question, removes every doubt, and shows real results, before and afters, what other people are saying about you, proof. By the time they call you, the sale's already done. You don't need more leads. You need to become the most trusted option in the market, in your market. Google decides that based on content, reviews, backlinks, activity, do those consistently and your phone will ring, not randomly, predictably. Most cleaning businesses are chasing customers. They're running ads, lowering prices, trying to compete. But the real game is positioning. When you show up everywhere, Google, reviews, blogs, other websites, you stop chasing and customers start choosing you. This is not complicated. It's just overlooked. And if you want to commit to this, you'll get better customers. You could charge higher prices and you could build a business that grows without begging for attention. That's why you don't find me dancing on TikTok. Because the goal isn't to be seen, it's to be the obvious choice. If Google doesn't trust you, customers will not find you. And if customers can't find you, they can't pay you. That's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to be a guest of the show, please shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to have you up. We'll send you a link. It'll bring you on. You don't have to be on camera, but it would be nice if you did. I have a note here from Taj. Sometimes YouTube show the exact number. Oh, I see. Okay. Taj told me that the numbers aren't always correct with the audience size. Because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, God, I feel like I'm giving you really valuable stuff and less people are on. All right. That makes sense. Thanks, Taj. You're welcome, Aaron. And like Lindsay said, hit the like button. If you haven't liked, subscribed, and followed, and all those things, please do so. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you could. I would really appreciate that. And if you send me a message and you have something that you want to say, like if you want to say hi to my mom, just throw it in there and I'll tell her you said so. Have a good day, you guys. I will see you tomorrow.